An emergency international conference is underway in Jordan to find solutions for the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The conference in the capital Amman is jointly organized with Egypt and the UN. Among the high-profile attendees are US Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Indonesian Defense Minister and President-elect Prabowo Subianto. Mr. Prabowo says Indonesia is concerned about the ongoing crisis and hopes to make significant contributions for a resolution. He had said they are willing to offer assistance such as peacekeeping forces, health workers, field hospitals and support for the evacuation of victims. Indonesia is prepared to help hundreds of Palestinians resettle into the country. Mr. Prabowo also reiterated support for a two-state solution and independence for Palestinians. Back home, the president-elect welcomed a proposal to mobilize an Islamic boarding school in East Java province to educate children displaced from Gaza. We're joined by Saifulbahri Ismail from Jakarta. Saiful, we heard there of attempts by Indonesia to offer help to ease the crisis in Gaza. How prepared is the country to send in peacekeeping forces to the enclave?
Well, Jill, the Indonesian military, or TNI, has said that it's ready to send more than 1,200 troops to be deployed on a peacekeeping mission to the Gaza Strip to enforce a ceasefire in the war-torn region. Now, TNI said it's preparing a brigade comprising 4 battalions. The troops will be deployed even if Indonesia receives a mandate from the United Nations. The deployment of the troops will also hinge on the implementation of a permanent ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. The 4 battalions will comprise the Support Battalion, Health Battalion, Engineer Battalion and Supply Battalion. Now, the Health Battalion will be equipped with medical care capabilities, including doctors in the team. The Engineer Battalion will have building construction capabilities, and the Supply Battalion is tasked with opening public kitchens. Now, lastly, the Support Battalion will provide security for personnel in the peacekeeping forces, and also preparing. Indonesia will also be preparing 2 hospital ships for the peace mission to treat people affected by the conflict. As of last year, Indonesia has sent over 2,700 peacekeepers to the UN, including to the UN interim force in Lebanon to safeguard the southern Lebanon-Israel border, currently set as a high alert area by the Indonesian government.
These broad offers of help, is it in any way indicative that Mr. Prabowo may be taking bolder steps as president, especially in terms of supporting the Palestinians?
Well, yes, it does appear that Mr. Prabowo may be more inclined to take bolder steps as president to prop up Indonesia on the international stage, especially regarding its support for the Palestinians. Mr. Prabowo's plans to send Indonesian peacekeepers to Gaza and calling for an international probe into the humanitarian disaster in Rafah has earned him praise. Observers said it's a strong signal that under Mr. Prabowo's leadership, Indonesia's position on international issues will continue to be brought up, addressed, and Mr. Prabowo might try to take the lead in more international issues. Now, Mr. Prabowo represents the interests of Muslims not only in Indonesia but the rest of the world, and this will put him in good position to discuss and negotiate with other world leaders.
All right, we thank you, Saifulbahri Ismail, for that update, speaking to us there from Jakarta.